Hello again. This is your first week in the course, so it's really important that you understand how the course works and how our Moodle page works. And so let's take a look at the Moodle page for just a minute and see how that's working for us. As you'll see, there are these toggles that are on each section. I'm going to ask you this week to look at my introduction video here if you haven't already. What will happen if you click on the introduction video, you can see the little hand pointer there. That's a video just welcoming you to the class. Some of this is going to be a little bit repetitive from that, but I'm afraid some people might have overlooked that. You should have been able to look at your course outline and syllabus. And there's also valuable information here about when we get to the point where we're submitting documents, which we will be doing, how to submit documents on the Turnitin links, those are directions for that, and how to view your feedback once you have submitted those documents, and I have given you feedback on those. So also notice that I'm looking at my page instead of the student page, so mine looks a little bit different. But over here under the administration tab, there is a place for you to click on your grades. Once things are submitted in the Moodle, in the Turnitin link, and I have graded those grades automatically filter into that grade book. And so you can look at your grades there at any time that you want to. Anything that is not in a Turnitin link for you to submit, I will put the grades in manually, and those will show up in the grade book too. The quizzes that you'll take, I don't give a lot of quizzes, but the quizzes that you will take this week and next week will also, once you have answered the questions, those grades are automatically put into the grade book. You don't have to wait for me to grade those. Okay, so if you are interested in tutoring, Smart Thinking Online Tutor, this link right here is a direct link. If you sign in through this link, you do not have to pay anything for the use of Smart Thinking, and you can submit your entire document. You can drop in and just ask a question. You can schedule a future session if you want to. If you want to just submit a question and then wait for a response to it, they will get back to you within 24 hours. If you want to submit your whole document, you have to, they'll allow about 48 hours. Sometimes it's a little sooner, but you'll get an email with feedback on that. And don't forget about me. We have office hours on Wednesday evenings between 5 and 6. If that's not convenient for you, you can make an appointment with me, and if it's something that we can both agree on, then that's a suitable time that I can meet you in Google Hangouts with that. Also, over here under the at the top of the page, under my contact information here, there's a link that says Virtual Office Hour, and when you click on that link, it'll take you to the Google Hangout, so you can meet with me there. If there's anything that comes up so that I'm not going to be there on a Wednesday evening, then I'll let you know. I'll notify the whole class, and it'll be fine. We'll do just fine with that. Okay, so here's what we're looking at for this week. Once you have explored the Moodle page, you'll see that the toggles are laid out for you by date. We start on a Wednesday this week and go through Sunday night, the 28th. Usually it'll be Monday through Sunday, but this week is a short week. So when you hover over it, you see it changes colors. Here are the assignments and resources, and I tell you exactly how this is going to go. This week introduction video in the toggle above. So just go back up there to the toggle above and look at the introduction video. If you haven't already done so, you probably have already done that. This week's video on chapters 1 and 2, this is the video now, which I'm talking to you about this week. And then also your course outline and syllabus in the tab above, and do the acknowledgement activity, just saying that you are aware of what's going on in the course. And then there are some reading assignments here. Now, I've limited the number of pages because I don't want you to have to read the whole chapter, so just read chapter 1, 5 through 19, chapter 2, 37 through 63, and then there are 2 PowerPoints for both chapters that are available to you as a resource. And then this week we have 2 graded assignments. The assignments are always due by Sunday night before midnight. Here's the information here about the virtual office hours again. And here is the information on chapter 1. Here's the PowerPoint. You just click on that and open up the PowerPoint. If you don't want to look at the PowerPoint or don't have Microsoft Office and can't open the PowerPoint, you just click on this chapter 1 PowerPoint PDF, and it comes up as a PDF file so that you can view it that way. But it's just the highlights from the chapter. Same thing is there for chapter 2, the PowerPoint, and then the key concepts from both of the chapters there. If you get in a real rush and don't have time to answer or view the PowerPoint or read the whole chapter, at least you'll know what the key concepts are if you browse through those. And then when you get down to this bold yellow part, this is where our graded assignments actually are. See, up here I've told you what the graded assignments are, but then to actually find them, go down to the bold yellow line, and it says May 24th to 28th. These are our graded assignments. There's an introduction forum. You click on that and you can submit something to the forum. And also I would like for you to view at least one other person's profile and comment on one other person in the class. It would be nice if you could look at all of them and get to know the members of your class, but the requirement is just to post something about yourself, your name, what you prefer to be called, if it's different from your name that I see on the class roster. Like my name's Deborah, and some people call me Deborah, but I also go by Debbie. Some people call me Deb. My husband calls me Sweetie. But anyway, my children call me Mom. So, and my grandchildren call me Granny, and I chose that name because I called one of my favorite grandmothers Granny, and I've always thought that was a very special name. So, but anyway, you can let us know what name you like to be called. So your name is Catherine Jasmine, and you like to be called CJ. That's what I want there. What you're studying, what your career goals are, because that helps me when I'm trying to figure out assignments. Maybe I can touch on something that would be specific to an area that you like or might go into or have some interest in. And then anything else that you think the class will find interesting about you. If you add a picture to your profile, that would be great, because then I can start to associate a face with your name. And if we ever meet in the Google Hangout or in person, then I'll be able to recognize you. I'm much better with faces than I am with names, by the way. So have fun with the assignment. Share anything you want to, but if there's something you don't want the whole class to know, then of course don't post it on the forum. So that's one assignment, and that's not a hard assignment, but you know, we are in a professional and academic environment here, so try to use your best grammar and your best notice that other people are going to be looking at what you've written, and unfortunately, we judge people by the way they write and the way they maintain their professionalism. So try to make it as accurate as you possibly can. And then there's the quiz on chapters 1 and 2. And so you can click on that to get the quiz. And then you can, after that, then you're finished with your graded assignments for this week. I want to tell you that there's a hint here for that quiz that I put up here. Hint, the answers to the questions are on pages 5 through 7, 14 through 19, and page 41 in your book. So this is why it's always important to watch my video and pay particular attention to all the things that are outlined on the Moodle page, because I give you hints. Some of the things that you will discover in the first 2 chapters, first of all, is to look at why you are writing in the business world. So there's a good part of the chapter that is on defining your purpose for writing. Also, you need to be reader focused in this course. What does the reader need to know? Now, understand, in a business world, readers are busy. I get interrupted all the time. People coming into the office, my phone ringing, an email popping up that says something is urgent to go on to. And so if I'm reading an email from you, you need to be short and to the point about what it is that you need. I'll tell you a funny story. I had a student one time who used to email me, and her first email would always be, "May I ask you a question?" And you don't ever have to ask me that. Just ask the question. So I would email her back and say, "Yes, what is your question?" And then she would email me back maybe 6 hours, maybe the next day, and say, "Oh, I just wanted to know if I could just send you a document and let you look at it, and if you would give me some comments on it." And then I would say, "Yes, I will be glad to look at your document. Just go ahead and send it to me." And then maybe 6 hours, maybe a day later, she would finally get around to sending me the document. Please don't draw it out like that. just know that anything that you want from me, the answer is going to be yes, unless I say no. And just assume that I'm going to say yes. And if you want to send me something to look at, as long as it's related to this class, I'll be glad to take a look at it and make comments on it. If you want to ask me a question, don't ask me if you can ask me, just ask me. And so my intent is to be there for you and help you in any way that you need help. If you'd rather talk to me on the telephone, and you want to know when I'm going to be in my office so that we can speak on the telephone, that's fine. I highly recommend that you use the Google Hangout to talk to me virtually, so you can see me, I can show you things, and everything will be much easier that way. One of the requirements for this course, of course, is that you have internet connection. But in addition to that, it is suggested that you also have a microphone and a camera, a webcam. So, but if you don't have a microphone or a webcam, and you don't want to talk to me that way, then you can also go to the Google Hangout, and we can actually have a conversation where you type a question and I can respond to it, and we can just text each other in the Google Hangout. So that's a good resource to use for an online course too. So keep in mind the needs of the reader. Quick, to the point, as accurate as possible, and always use your best professionalism and your best grammar and mechanics, and present yourself through your emails to me just the way you would present yourself through emails related to your job, to a client that you have, to a customer that you have. And then the context. There's a whole section on context. What do you actually need to use different mediums for? So selecting the appropriate medium here, that is, there's a whole section on that. The page numbers for that are listed in the reading part. And then also these little chapter summaries are good for you to notice. So I'm going to expect that you read this chapter 1, view the PowerPoint if you have time, if you'd rather look at the PDF file. Make sure that you understand the key concepts that you have for determining the reader's needs, how to organize your information. There's some questions related to specific organizations for that on the quiz, and those pages are outlined above too. I'm trying to make this as easy for you as possible, cutting as much of the fluff out of this as I possibly can, but I want you to feel comfortable in what you're doing, and I want you to feel good about answering the questions when you get ready to take this quiz. So that's it for the first week, and we're going to have much more information to cover next week, because as I said, this is a 8-week course, but it is covering 16 weeks worth of semester material. So be prepared, get in shapes this week, so that next week you can really get in there and get much more reading done, much more to cover, and another couple of assignments to do for next week. So contact me if you need me, and I will be glad to help you if I possibly can. And so I will talk to you. I guess I could come back to you here. I'll talk to you next week the same way, through video. And if you have any questions at all, please don't be frustrated. Please don't feel left behind, left out, whatever. Just talk to me. And I will help you. I promise you I will. And have a great week.